Pack the bike, pack the car and head out to Kooralbyn Valley Mountain Bike Park, the up-and-coming destination in southeast Queensland. Just over an hour out of Brisbane and tucked in behind the Gold Coast, there's something out here for everyone.
Out here, the trail network I find to be really unique. Pretty much on any one trail you can quite often find a variety of different styles. The network is growing week by week. It just never gets boring.
Lots of things are starting to happen in Kooralbyn. For probably the past 6 months, we've been getting a lot of support from the council. A lot of grants have been coming in to help us create a skills park, a pump track, a progression park. We're also working towards a bit of recreational facilities in here with camping, a little bike packer camping out the back. Also some recreational spots for families to come out, set up a barbecue. We've been getting increasingly bigger numbers of riders coming to the park and the feedback is fabulous.
Kooralbyn Valley Mountain Bike Park hosts a range of events including the 4, 6, 12 and 24-hour cross-country endurance races, downhill and enduro style events, rider workshops for all abilities and the new Kooralbyn Valley Bike Festival.
About a third of the area is now covered in trails. Over the next couple of years, they're going to try and cover all the area in trails, about 60 k's worth of trails out here. But we've got some coaching out at the park as well. If there's any beginners or people that want to come out and have some lessons, get some confidence, get out in the trails.
The MTB community is amazing and there's always someone around that's willing to ride with you regardless of what kind of ability you have, how quick you go. It's very, very friendly and just an amazing supportive community. So I'd say jump online, go to Facebook if you want to see any more events that are on. Just get out here, have fun, enjoy the outdoors, get on your bike.
Our goal is to be one of the best parks in southeast Queensland, if not Queensland, if not Australia.
With camping and accommodation facilities right on site, it couldn't be easier. Now is the time and Kooralbyn is the place. Bring your mates and we'll see you on track at the Kooralbyn Valley Mountain Bike Park.
All right, we're live. Amazing. Welcome to sunny Queensland at Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park in the scenic rim of Queensland. Can't wait to show you the course on the live stream. We're super grateful to be here for round 2 of the Australian Slopestyle Tour. Australia's first sanctioned FMB World Tour National Series for Australian riders to get recognition in the amazing sport of slopestyle mountain biking. Firstly, we'd like to introduce our sponsors, Fox Racing Australia, Yakima Racks, Australia New Zealand, Crush Oz, and Oz Cycling. Here with me now is Matt Holmes, legend of the industry. Matt, how you going?
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, it's been a big weekend already, but we have a final for Slopestyle at Kooralbyn. Pretty amazing that this is going down, especially after the almost biblical rains on Thursday night when we got here. So it's quite an amazing setup in an amazing valley, and the sun is blazing down for us.
It's incredible. Matt, just tell us a little about the competition so far.
Well, we had qualifying this morning. And the course has been challenging for some of the riders. It's big. You know, we've got a step down at the top, and we can drop in. We've seen a few cavemans going down off that. There's a really tough hip. And then that leads into a big roller, a boner, and to the 2 big hits you can see down the bottom. And it's solid. I mean, we're aiming to have a world-class course.
Absolutely blown away with this course, and the team at Kooralbyn have done an absolutely amazing job for getting this ready for us. It's incredible.
They've literally moved mountains.
They have moved mountains.
This valley didn't look anything like this last year, I know that. Yeah, quite incredible build team and quite incredible vision by the park.
It's amazing. We'd like to thank Oz Cycling. We've got some huge news to share. So after our first event at Big Air, Oz Cycling are going to officially recognise the sport of slopestyle. It's going to be called Freestyle Mountain Bike. It's going to be launched with a brand new national series next year for Australian riders to compete in. It's huge, no different to downhill, XC, gravity enduro, freestyle BMX, road, track, all the disciplines. We now have freestyle mountain bike. It's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes. I especially want to thank the team at Oz Cycling for giving us a chance to show them that this sport can be legitimately recognised. Full rider insurance for hosts under their insurance scheme that Oz Cycling offer. It's really like Kip Kaufman at Oz Cycling, Andrew Miller, John Davis, the events team. They're absolutely amazing. It's incredible. Hang on. I think, really, is Kip's got a message? No way. I think Kip's got a message for us.
Hi everyone, I'm Kip Kaufman from Oz Cycling. I'm really excited to have everyone come to Kooralbyn this weekend for the Australian Slopestyle Tour. It's really exciting to have this tour. Thanks so much to the Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park and all the organisers this year. Have a great time, everyone.
Amazing. Thanks, Kip. You are incredible. I can't believe you just sent out this message. Kip is one of the bigwigs at Oz Cycling. He's one of the decision makers along with Marnie, the new CEO. Incredible that they are giving us a chance to legitimise the sport, and we are extremely grateful, Matt.
Definitely. I mean, probably one of the biggest things, apart from being able to run the events and have the insurance and the whole blueprint to run events, the riders are insured. But I think even bigger thing for me is the fact that Australian riders are going to have a pathway to get to the big international events. I've heard rumour that there might be the ability, if there's a series next year, to have a wildcard entry into Crankworks.
Well, we could always dream, That would be lovely.
So.
I'm sure that they have some sort of muscle in there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Awesome. Let's talk about the judges. So we've got some amazing judges today.
Yeah, we sure do. I mean, it's kind of a bonus for us that we've got these judges. I mean, I would have loved to have seen them all riding here today because all of them are quite capable of taking this event out. But sadly, injury has put them out of action. But for the better of us, we have some of the best judges in the country right now.
We sure do. We've got Mike Ross. Mike Ross is a legend of the industry. Killing it overseas, right?
He has been indeed. There was an amazing little edit we were watching for an event and he's known as the Sheriff.
That's right, the Sheriff.
I love it.
Is he backflipping into a truck and stopping? Is that the latest video I saw?
Was there a cash roll off? Pretty much off a ledge, off a drop.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts. We've got Benny Phillips.
Oh, yes.
Benny Phillips is an OG, for sure. I think he won Best Trick at Crankworks, or was it a Red Bull Joyride event? Did the cash roll. Do you ever remember that?
That's like a decade ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Slopestyle isn't as new as some people think. It's been around a long time, and Australia has got some legends of the industry in it.
100%. 100%. We've got Luke Parker as another judge.
Definitely. Now, Luke has transitioned a bit from BMX to mountain bike, known for huge riding on a BMX on the 20-inch wheels and quite capable of doing it pretty much on any bike I think you'd put him on.
100%. Also, we've got Will Phipps back as MC. Will did an amazing job at round one at Kooralbyn, pretty much ran the whole show. And we're stoked to have him up here in Queensland. Super grateful to have some of this team travel with us. It's incredible.
Australia's a big country, so to get the riders and B, all the crew on board to start trekking around this big old country for events, it's a big ask, but everyone wants to see this thing blow up and this thing grow on these shores.
It is absolutely incredible. I think we should interview Andrew from Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park. I know this is a bit of an intro. We're getting ready for a few things on course. Andrew, you got a bit of a time there, mate? I think Andrew Bonnie from Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park. I think he's going to come in here. Andrew, come in here. We're going to introduce Andrew Bonnie from Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park, who has seen a vision, and we're super grateful that that you've spent the time and money to build this thing, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's incredible.
No, lot of help, but you guys sort of have been pushing it, getting it on, getting everything sorted, and we just sort of jumped on and went, why not? Let's be part of this and let's produce something out in this area, and we want to be part of the growth of the sport.
You've got quite an amazing venue. This valley is just one of the most picturesque venues I've seen for a long time, and what you guys have managed to do with pushing dirt around is on a world-class scale. I'm very, very excited to be here. It's a big vision you've got.
Yeah, well, it's been a long vision. I saw this, place, 10 years ago. It was the home of the endurance mountain biking, but beautiful location, and with the mountains and hills we have in here in this valley, I could see that we could produce a park that would cater for all types of mountain biking. And with the build team that we've had in here, we've been working really hard to come up with this. We've been, throwing a lot of spanners in the work, and as a few days ago, a lot of rain, but as you can see, it's all happening. The riders are loving it. The weekend's been hectic but awesome. So, but that vision, I've had it for a while, but Nick has been a big part of it as well. Green Valleys is a epic location down south, and he's been a good guidance for us to put these features in here to provide an all-round park for everyone to come and enjoy.
Definitely.
Thanks, Andrew. I've heard that Green Valleys is pretty amazing. How has the Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Festival been going so far for you?
Yeah, look, it's been hectic, as I said, but look, we've had lots of events on, pushing things around and moving bits and pieces with the rain, but look, everyone, all the feedback, the downhill's just finished, presentations are happening, the good feedback on the gravity, the dual slalom went really well under lights last night.
Dual slalom was amazing.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was really good.
And that's another feature in the park, in the valley, it's going to be great for the riders around and all the young ones to come out and enjoy. So, but like, we'll be back next year. Same with AST, hopefully. And
100%.
And we're going to grow again. We're going to add on pump track and hopefully straight rhythm and something like that next year, and extend it a few more days. So it's going to be a packed lineup. Yeah.
One last question I've got for you before we wrap it up. Is this course going to be here to ride?
This course will be here to ride.
Excellent. I've had a lot of people asking, can we ride this going forward?
Look, we're gonna put on ride days, jam weekends. We're gonna open up this dual slalom as well. We've got the free ride line that we've created as well behind. So it's a great new sort of pathway that this park is going in. But we're gonna open it up to let the riders come out and enjoy and push the limits and grow this part of the sport.
Definitely
That's
not.
a great question, Matt. So just quickly, how do riders access here during weekdays? How do they get access?
They can come down. We do not charge. A park that doesn't charge at the moment. So you can come and ride. The slopestyle and things will be just key times that we'll organise. We'll
100%.
put it out. You'll be able to book on the website,
Awesome.
kooralbynmountainbiking.com, and we'll organise it from there. But definitely at the moment, it's free to come out and enjoy the park.
I think Matt and I are going to extend our stay by a couple of days now. Now we know that. We bought our bikes. We had a ride on Friday.
Thank
It was
you.
amazing.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
shuttles were amazing. It was muddy and fun as hell.
That Dirty Possums Trail is...
Yeah.
That was really good. I really enjoyed that one. That was amazing.
Dirty Possum,
Yep.
it's a signature trail. Yeah,
100%.
So it's and a great company and sponsor too. So Dirty Possum.
100%. Andrew, thank you for hosting this amazing round of the Slopestyle Tour. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick and Matt. Appreciate it. And can't wait for the finals now. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks
you,
you.
everyone.
See
Cheers.
you. Bye, Andrew. Awesome. All right, well, I think we're going to cut into the top 12 rider list. I think that's what we're going to talk about.
That sounds good.
I think the riders are still getting ready. I will get an update soon on the course. Oh, the course is getting ready. Yeah, cool. So let's just talk about the top 12 riders. Here it is on score. Matt.
Okay, after qualifying, the top 12 riders are seeded from, of course, the best rider goes last. So coming in 12th, and he'll ride first, is Jamie Bunning. Now, Jamie is a bit of a stalwart of the Sydney BMX scene.
Oh, my God.
And he also took out the first round of the AST Australian Tour.
Series winner.
Slopestyle. He won the first round at Big Air Bike Park on a borrowed bike, his first mountain bike event. So Jamie is a very, very seasoned rider when it comes to comp. So we'll see how he goes. And he's up here with his daughter, which is amazing. Coming in straight after him is Matthias Diaz. Now, Matthias has showcased some pretty damn good riding for how young he is, I've got to say. Like, if this is the level of riding that you have at that age,
Incredible.
We have a huge scene ahead.
100%. 100%.
Following him, Mally Warner, he's up here as well, and Chase Minos from Sydney, he's 14 as well. He did really well in qualifying for his age. Now, one of your boys, one of your riders from GV, from Green Valley, is Bailey Clark.
Young gun. I hope he goes well.
He is in there. Now, he's almost got, it's not a hometown advantage, but the last two kickers here are based on the Green Valley Super Booters down there, so he should be feeling pretty comfy on them.
Yeah, I think we gave Andrew the plans. We're trying to find a uniform ramp for all the events for over the next 2 years, so let the riders develop before we make them a bit bigger. But, yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
And we got Liam Quinlivan. He was, he's made it into the final. He's been riding very well, as has Kai Flower. Now, Kai is part of the dream team who built this setup and pretty much everything in this valley over the last weeks. And Kai has been, putting his back in with the shovels and riding very, very smoothly.
Kai's done an amazing job. Him and his dad, Shane. I think we'll interview him during the break coming up. But, yeah, they have... we're really impressed. Let's put it that way.
They have moved mountains, and we're really looking forward to see Kai shred his home-built course apart, which is great. Now, of course, we've got a big gun here from a racer come free rider, Baxter Maywald. Now, Baxter has been, he's travelled overseas. He's raced internationally. He toured around Europe in a van with Remy Morton when they were young, and they just went and raced privateer and shredded. Now, you've all heard of Remy Morton making big waves, building crazy trails, but Baxter is doing the same thing. It's really refreshing to see Baxter out there becoming, I guess, a rider that can make a living out of building and riding and having a ball, and it's not just event results to make his sponsors happy. So really impressed. And his latest edit, Notion.
Notion, the man, the myth, the legend, incredible.
Next level.
Next level, man.
Probably the biggest hit in Australia's history. The one in the trees, it's a step up. It's a sender. I'm just blown out he hit that. But he's got a bit of motorbike background. He can send it on a 20-inch. Yeah, Baxter's a legend. Now we've got Sam Fraser and Ted Oakley, who both shredded in qualifying.
Totally. Ted Oakley's from Western Australia.
Yes.
All the way. It's incredible.
It really showcases that there is good, amazing riders all around this big old country. And I think this event's going to really draw a lot more people over the next years. Of course, the top two riders in qualifying, Jaden Wilson. Jaden went big. He's pretty much capable of riding dirt or park very, very well, as is Thomas Wrigley. Now, he did take a bit of I think he's hurt his knee or his shin or his ankle, I wasn't quite sure, but regardless, he still put some big tricks down and got the top spot in qualifying, so he maybe is a favourite today.
Wow, that's amazing. This is a really good list. I think we're going to get a few messages from our sponsors, and the show is about to start.
First X up over the boner log. Nice windy there, sea drive just up in the fourth. And a flip over the first one. Hanging over the first jump. Massive tiger. Getting that head right in there. Going a little bit deep. What's he got on the last jump for us?
Many good riders are.
I'm stoked. Like, the weather has come good. When we arrived, it rained hard, and yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by the build team who have managed to make this course epic and be rideable.
Definitely in a short period of time, man. I think the riders had a fairly decent session on Saturday afternoon after spending all day Friday. I think Mally's getting ready to drop in. Are we good to go? All right, Mally, let's go. He's warming up. Come on, Mally. A lot of pressure on these riders, especially in this series. It's been amazing.
Alrighty, guys. The Sydney local boy, Mally Warner, dropping for his first of 2 runs. Coming in over the drop. What's he got? On the first hip, nice X up. Coming into the boner log, carrying that speed. Nice tire grab over the first boner log. On the first jump, oh, big slow backflip. Landing clean. What's he got on the last one for us? Another big backflip. That's a good, solid first run from Mally.
Yeah, Mally was definitely thrown down that time. Those 2 big flips reminded me of Timo Pritzl back in the day, just flipping every jump. But the great thing, Mally, he's thrown in a bit of variety. He had the little tire grab up top.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the judges are totally looking for things like execution and style. Is the athlete looking loose and comfortable, or are they robotic and stiff?
I mean, I think if you can send tricks over jumps this size, you're doing pretty damn well.
Well, what I really like about this series is we started off with Stephen Bruin's venue at Big Air Bike Park in the Northern Beaches, an indoor bike park venue. And the progression from that course to this course is definitely a little level up in terms of an open space and bigger jumps.
And speed.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's giving the riders a bit of variety and something to step up to. I think it's a good format right now.
I mean, the great thing about a series is the difference between the venues, which really can showcase different rider styles and strengths.
I agree. Oh, we got some scores up. Mally Warner
goes into the lead with a 57.
Into the lead with a 57. This is amazing. Well done, Mally. Judges are obviously got their baseline. I think we're ready for the next rider's run. Let's see how we're going. This is good. Who's up next?
Chase Minos, the 14-year-old Sydney shredder.
Wow, Chase is incredible to have on this tour. I think he's getting ready to drop in. Let's see what Will Phipps, our MC, has got to say about it. Second to go. Let's go.
Alrighty, guys. The next rider to drop in, Chase Minos, one of the youngest competitors out here today. He's keen to see what he's got for his first of 2 final runs. Wanted me to give him a shout out to his family for bringing him up here, making the trek up from Milton. Got some goals to compete in silver and gold events in the future, and as well to hopefully build his own slopestyle course in his backyard. Here he goes over the drop. Now the step down. What's he got? Just, nice little tire grab over that. Big tuck no hander. Landing in a manual. What's he got over the boner log? Nice T-bog. Coming into the first jump. Huge flip. Landing deep, but holding it together.
Massive.
Coming into the last feature. Massive extension on that Superman seat grab. That's insane from the young one.
Chase Minos at 14 years old threw down
Insane.
on
Absolutely
everything on the course.
That is crazy.
He threw that flip so high, his Superman seat grab extended as anything.
Bit of a manual down the lander. It's nuts.
I'm not sure the manual was 100% planned, but he pulled it. He kept his speed up and he hit the next hit. I mean, that's one of the big things. You need to land well to make sure you make the next feature.
Yeah, and I really like the judges on a run like this are looking for overall impression.
I'm pretty stoked that Chase had a shout out to his sponsors, Mum and Dad.
Yes.
I love that.
That
There's
was
a lot of
really
love.
Go Mum and Dad.
Oh yeah, and he wants to get
parents
his
are
own,
lovely.
he wants to build his own course.
Yeah, totally. This is amazing, just watching these riders from our position in sunny Queensland.
I mean, we know how fast and how good Australian mountain bikers are. We've had the Sam Hills, we've got the Troy Brosnans, the Connor Fearans. We know Australia's a racing nation.
Rennie's, 100%.
Yeah, but you think about Rennie, and Rennie really stepped into free ride in a huge way.
Oh, we got some scores up.
Chase Minos goes first, and for good reason, 62.6.
And I think over impression really, really took that one. That was amazing.
He tricked
Wow,
every feature, and that's what you have to do. And he went big. I've got to say, if I was going that big at 14, I'd really want to build my own course and travel the world, I reckon. I think some of these kids are going to go a long way.
I'm just loving sitting here. This is like such an Australian setting. We've got the gum trees. There's a couple of kangaroos over there that cameras aren't picking up. A couple of water dragons are floating around here. This is, and there's a couple of snakes coming out too in the sun.
We better throw back to Will because Bailey Clark is up next.
Alrighty, guys. The next rider to go on course is going to be Bailey Clark out of Heathcote, New South Wales. Bailey's a regular at Green Valleys. He's also sponsored by them and MTB Suspension Centre. Wanted me to give a shout out to his dad, Nick and Tilly from Green Valleys, for all the help they've done. Saying that his favourite trick's a truck driver, so hopefully we'll see one of those in his finals run. And a couple of future goals he's got is mainly to get some more sponsors behind him so he can compete on a higher level. Just waiting on all the things to be right before we can get him to drop. Got the live stream going. We have got the judges waiting to be ready. Just waiting on the final call.
And just so you know, Brent Clark, his father's up there next to him as the start marshal. So, the AST is quite a close-knit group of people running this show. It's also a family affair and some good friends. I think they're getting ready to drop in.
Alrighty, Bailey's about to drop, guys. Make some noise and get behind him. All right, coming off the flat drop, coming down to the step down. What's he got? Slowing up real hard for that one. Nice tire grab on it. Big 1 foot X up over the hip. Coming into the boner, carrying that speed. Nice T-bog. Huge tuck no hander over the first jump. What's he got on the last one? Big flip on the last one. Nice. Good clean run for the first of two.
That's amazing. I've got to say, I am not biased on Bailey Clark at all, but I think that was an amazing run. I think the judges should award him accordingly.
Yeah, Bailey rode well, I think he was playing a little bit conservative just to get a solid run in the books, trick everything, make sure you're feeling good, man. Know you've got a score and you can always step up from there. I think that's a good, solid run for him. I think he'll be happy.
I think playing it smart on his first run, not going all out, getting a feel for the course under the competition pressure. What we have noticed after the big air event, that the level of presentation we're trying to provide these guys as riders and athletes, and the drive to this national series under Oz Cycling, these riders are feeling the pressure under the competition.
Well, a lot of these guys, their first comp was big air, only a month and a half, 2 months ago. At 14 years old, nerves are going to either be a huge part or you're not going to have any, I guess.
And I really like in this crew, the AST athletes that are doing the tour, there are some seasoned riders that have, like Jamie Bunning, for example, has totally got the experience behind him. So Jamie's competed in lots of events, done lots of freestyle shows, and he seems to be the most relaxed and most comfortable. And we found that at the Big Air. Oh, we got some scores up.
Bailey Clark with a 58.6, which puts him in second place.
Second place. Well done, Bailey.
Man.
That's amazing.
The GV training ground has really paid off.
I reckon it's the ramps, man. They're the same ramps. They go the same ramps designed. Some of these riders don't ride these 9-foot super kicker ramps designed by destructionramps.com by Keith Yost in the States. He has been amazing helping me working on different ramp designs. There's also Dion from ARD do some amazing ramps, and I have spoken to him just recently at another event about potentially implementing his ramps into the AST. I think it would be a great thing. He's got some different radius and dimensions, and I think it'd be good for the riders.
All right, next rider up, Liam Quinlivan. Up under starters orders.
Alrighty, guys. The next rider coming over from BMX, we've got Liam Quinlivan, Quinny dropping in. Coming in now, just dropping off the flat drop, coming into the step down. What's he got? Just keeping it nice and clean over that. Oh, tail whip on the hip, just dropping a foot. Coming into the boner, what's he got? Just grabbing the tyre, getting the hand back on. Huge flip. Oh, wanting to flip no-hander, but just missing him. Coming into the last. Oh, big double flip. Oh, just turning sideways on it. Hoping he's all right. Yeah, he's up. He's up and walking. He's a tough bugger.
Wow, what a run.
Liam Quinlivan, first run, decides to throw caution to the wind, so to speak, and went for the double back. I mean, his run was already going quite well. We saw the first tail whip of the day, which was quite full on. And then from there, he just missed his no-hander in a flip. And that might have just pushed him a bit mentally to hit that last kicker, go for the double back. He has gone down. I think he's going to be okay. He's pretty much
back up, but yeah, look, they're taking safety measures.
Pretty much cat-like. I reckon it'll be fine. He's from BMX. Like, you take hits like that and you do get back up.
100%.
But Liam, I was talking to him earlier, and yeah, I mean, his background is 100% BMX. He's been getting excited on the dirt jumpers, and it's good to see. And I think we're going to see a lot of that in the next years. We're going to see a lot of riders coming out of BMX and coming into slopestyle. I mean, if we go back in history, we've had Ryan Nyquist riding, Crankworks events and things like that,
Yeah, Grant Allen. Let's talk about Grant Allen.
Grant Allen, yeah, I mean, Grant Allen did ride BMX before he rode mountain bikes. And Grant has been shredding lately. Sadly, he became paraplegic, of course, but he's represented Australia at the Commonwealth Games in handcart. And he wants Olympics. He's going the whole way. Actually, he went Olympics, sorry. But he has lately, he has got this 3-wheeled vehicle, and he is shredding Fox Creek trails. He's riding the jumps in the park and sessioning with all the old crew. It's quite amazing.
It's so good to see.
Yeah. Now, Grant, he had New World Disorder section.
100%.
Hit some of the biggest gaps I've ever seen. I travelled to Rampage with him one year and just watched him throw down against the best in the world. Grant opened the doors and proved that Australians could free ride.
Wasn't he at Rebel Ride in Jindy?
Yes, he rode both the Rebel rides.
Free ride event, that was crazy.
And he hit the scaff drop, the huge one
That's
first.
right, the big one, the top one, yes.
Yeah, surrounded by bushfires. And the sky was red, and Grant just sends it off there. It was amazing.
And the old pro, like Wade Simmons came out?
Yeah. Wade won one. Did he win one? He went off that same drop with a flat tyre, which was, godfather of mountain biking would do.
Of course. And the original friend. Oh, we haven't got a score up. Here we go.
Liam, sadly, because he's had his off, and, he missed a couple of tricks. He's 35.6, and hopefully we're going to see him back up in a bit and back on the bike with a bit of luck. I'm sure he's copped a bit of gravel rash. I think he rotated around okay, but he's going to be quite sore.
Yeah, totally. I think we might just... Okay, I think we're up and running. This is really good.
The medics have cleared Liam. I think he's a bit of a hard nut. If he's been racing and riding BMX and throwing double flips on BMXs, then he knows how to take a slam.
Looks like the course is getting pretty clear. We'll just we'll wait to see what the judges are doing. And the course marshals. This
You know,
course, it's incredible, this course.
talking about, Australian slopestyle history, it's we've had Australian riders in the top echelons of free ride.
Yes, we have.
Crankworks back in the day, we had Darren Pokosh. Now, he's a southeast Queensland local. I wish he was back on a mountain bike because he qualified for Crankworks. Rode in a final against the best in the world. And so did a young guy from another Adelaide rider, Chris Soinen, who I've heard is back on a mountain bike after quite a few years off. But he qualified for Crankworks.
It's incredible.
And a lot of people don't realise that. So there is, and Benny Phillips, of course. So we have got a history of Australian slope riders.
We totally do. And it's good to see a series like this start getting them all rustled up again and giving an opportunity to enter the international scene.
Definitely.
Start competing overseas in some of the FMB World Tour events like Luke Parker and Galen Slandy and Mike Ross have been doing. So those boys travel overseas just recently and competed in quite a few different FMB World Tour bronze, silver and some gold events, the big white.
Yeah.
That's so good to see. And these guys are inspirational for some of these riders.
And the beautiful thing is, I think as this series grows, we're going to start to see international riders coming out to ride here.
I think we've got Kai Flower on course. This is exciting. We're looking good.
As we mentioned earlier.
Alrighty, guys. The next rider of the drop is Kai Flower, the local boy, riding for Unit. Wanted me to give a big shout out to his dad for helping him get to here. Future goals are something like including to ride in Joyride one day, hopefully. All right, here he comes. Kai Flower dropping in for his first of 2 runs. Coming off the drop, breaking into that step down. Just teasing it out. Over the hip, what's he got? Massive flip. One of the only guys doing that. Coming into the boner, what's he got? Nice tyre grab. First of 2 jumps, big backflip, landing clean. What's he got on the last one? Big flip can, getting that foot all the way over. Good solid first run out of Kai Flower.
Well, air and amplitude on that one, Matt, that's for sure. Kai Flower with the hometown advantage. He built the course. He should know what to do.
Yeah, Kai really sent it. He'll be very happy with that run. Just really tight, dialed, fast, high, everything you'd want to see. Now, I was so impressed. Like, Kai has spent days and days and days in the sun, in the rain, shirt off, just digging, like shovel, hard work. Like
we saw that ourselves, yeah. We turned up on Thursday afternoon and this place was almost perfect.
Exactly. Now, and like, look, him and his dad, I mean, what a family dream team of building some of the best trails that you can go and send it off or just ride. You know, they built some of the gravity lines out the back here and also the dual slalom track, and they made it all happen in almost no time. And all these facilities are going to be here. Like, those guys deserve every bit of respect that we can give them.
100%. And then, like Friday night, like it poured. So 3 o'clock in the morning, there was like 120 mil of rain here. So we're talking a downpour. So Matt and I arrived on site to inspect the venue and we were like, oh my God, Matt was just like, this is like Jurassic Park, the features, the landscape, the course build, absolutely incredible. We get here Friday morning and it is a mud fest on site. And to see Kai and his father Shane Flower and the crew
Guru
turn it around and get the job done.
Legends.
It's mind-blowing stuff.
It is.
Just watching them work, I was like, had a feeling like this event may or may not happen. But they know what they're doing. Good drainage on course. Absolutely incredible.
There's so many moving parts to make an event like this happen. A, you need a venue that's happy to do this. B, you need someone with a vision. And C, you need builders who can make it happen. And of course, you need the riders. And the riders need to be happy with it. And I think Kai was a bit of an inspiration. A lot of the riders turned up, were maybe a bit intimidated, maybe a bit like, whoa, like, what are we looking at? It's not what we maybe expected. And Kai just dropped in and rode it. And everyone was like, okay, we're in.
And that's such a good point, Matt. So, what we're finding in this series is that we are introducing riders to brand new courses. We got scores on board. Look who's risen up.
Boom.
Kai Flower.
7.5.
Oh, my God. That's a combination of things. There's some air and amplitude, a couple of tricks in there, overall impression. I really think he impressed the judges on that one. Well done, Kai. That puts him in the number 1 spot. Number 1 spot. 100%.
And we're just going to let you all know that Kai's dad is not judging, all right? Even though he will be there cheering him on.
Oh, I think Kai's dad is judging on the sidelines, as you do with your children. But, you know, we had dinner with them last night. There's a lovely family, and they're very genuine people.
Talking about lovely and genuine people, I don't think you can find a better example than that in other than Baxter My World. What a rule.
Oh, Baxter on course. This is exciting. The big hitter himself. We are super excited to have Baxter.
Alrighty, guys. The next to drop is a man who is very comfortable on a bike, Baxter Maywold. Coming out of Emerald in Victoria. Here he is off the drop, coming into the step down. What's he got? Nice little X up. Big 1 foot Euro over the hip, coming into the boner log. Can over, bringing it back. That's a sick one. Huge flip on the first jump, landing clean. Keeping his speed into the last one. What's he got? Massive 3. That was huge. Solid first run out of Baxter. Keen to see what he's got on the next one.
That was incredible. It just looked like Baxter was having fun.
I think Baxter's having a ball out there. He's no stranger to riding big lips and big jumps. And with his racing background, he knows how to hold speed and he knows how to throw it on. But I was very impressed by his originality then. Like his can over, hits the next with his leg over and then sends it back. Huge flip. Yeah, I'm impressed. Baxter's he's having a ball, and I think the judges are going to be pretty happy with that.
Just looking so comfortable on the bike, and here he is waving at us just in front of us here. We got front row seats here right on this course. It's just like, it's a bit surreal really, just looking at this incredible course, just sitting right here. Now Baxter's trying to yell something at us, but you can't hear. But yeah, well done Baxter, that's amazing.
Baxter's having fun. He's looking pretty damn happy.
Baxter's an inspiration for all of us, I think, especially for the riders. You know, a lot of them, you know, in Australia, I think the parties, you know, we've got to get some jobs. They've got to fuel, fund their passion for mountain biking and follow a career. But to see a role model within this group of Australian Slopestyle Tour athletes like Baxter, who's made a career out of riding and building.
He's carving a niche, you know, like
100%.
He's having to juggle. Like everyone wants to live the dream of just being able to ride and being paid to ride.
Scores are up. This is incredible. These guys are quick.
74.8 for Baxter, which puts him in the #1 spot. Boom.
I really think that, you know, is the athlete looking loose and comfortable, or are they robotic and stiff? You know, some core judging points around execution and style, air and amplitude. He really got that over an impression.
He went big and deep on that 3, I'll tell you that.
And that's what we like to see from the judges. They reward, you know, big run, like good style runs. This is amazing. This is really good.
Up next, we have Ted Oakley, I think we've got up next.
And we are flowing along here.
No, sorry, Sam Fraser. Getting ahead of myself.
It's all right, man. I think we're just thoroughly enjoying ourselves here sitting on the course. Super grateful for Element Productions being able to do this live stream for us and the video content. Super grateful for Will Phipps as MC, all the way up from Melbourne, Victoria. He's looking good. I think Will's about to talk to us.
Alrighty, guys. On course next is a Brisbane local, Sam Fraser, dropping in off the drop, coming around to the step down. Nice T-bog off the step down. Huge no-foot can over the hip, topside as well. Slashing that out over the roller. Big tuck no-hander, holding it out. Massive underflip. Only bloke doing underflips on the course. What's he got on the last jump? Huge 3, keeping that dipped. Another solid first run. This is shaping up to be a good competition.
Gee, Sam is just throwing down. He's been thrown down in practice. He was thrown down in qualifying. Now that run, that adds style. He's slashing through those drops. Huge underflip. I really like that style. And his 3 just floats and drifts. It's quite nuts. I'm blown out. I think Sam is a contender. I think he's going to be a local at this spot a lot late, you know, in the coming months.
I would agree with you. I think he just looks super comfortable on course. That's just mind-blowing stuff. These riders haven't had a chance really to session the course.
Now, Sam is a very creative rider. I was absolutely gobsmacked. He rocked up here on a bike with pegs.
Yes.
Now, I love riding pegs on a BMX. I love a good ice pick or a good grind now. And, you know, Remy had been sort of opening that door with the bash plate and I guess a little plate around his rear dropout and doing grinds on the track at Boomers. It looks like Sam's going to take it next level with 2 pegs. I'm pretty excited to see where he's going to go. He's obviously got a mind that thinks a little bit differently, and with the riding we just saw.
I love your points there. So I watched an interview with Remy on a podcast, and he was chatting about, courses being very similar and introducing some of the, things like grinds and, options to do different sort of variations on tricks. And apparently the Crankworks course has going to have some of these features in Cairns. I think we are looking for the rider that just came up, which was Sam Fraser on screen, which we obviously don't have. But I think we're going to find out from the live stream crew what Sam's score was. What was Sam's score?
Sam's score should have been 72.3, so I think we've just got a little, yes.
Yep. Bit of a mix-up there on screen with a rider, but no need. We will keep moving. This is exciting.
It is. I mean, look, we've got a world-class course. We're doing a live stream. I mean, think about that. It's absolutely mind-boggling. I love it. These guys have set up an incredible setup and making sure everyone can watch this now and later on, I guess. Are we going to be able to watch this if you didn't catch the live stream?
100%. It stays in perpetuity on the internet. Yeah, this is
fantastic.
So you and me, and and all the things that we're talking about and the mistakes we make are all going to be here live.
Oh,
this is so exciting! And this
love
is our Australian style of a live stream for the Australian Slopestyle Tour 2022. It's exciting. I think we're getting for another rider on course. Let's see what the judges are doing. I think the next one is Ted Oakley, I believe. Oh, there we go. Judges, yes.
Sam Fraser, 72.3. That puts him into second place for good reason. Now, it's really good to see. We've seen some quite different styles. Sam riding fast and loose and really putting some speed into it. Baxter flowing and floating his way down. So it's really good to see the differences in the riders, and that's what makes it challenging for the judges.
Ted Oakley now on course. I think Will Phipps is going to get ready to judge. We're switching over to Will.
Alrighty, guys. The next rider on course is Ted Oakley out of Perth in Western Australia, making the long trip over here. He's actually been staying up in Sydney, riding at Big Air Bike Park, training hard for these competitions, living out of his van as well. Favourite trick to mention is a 360, and I'm sure we'll see some of those today. Here he comes off the drop, coming into the step down. Nice steez over the step down. Big knack over the hip. Carrying his speed into the boner log. What's he got? Nice 1 foot can. Coming into the first jump. Big truck driver. Coming into the last jump. What's he got? Big opposite 360. One of the only guys doing that on the course today. That's crazy to see.
Wow, Ted Oakley all the way from WA. I love that he's travelling to do these events.
Ted Oakley just threw down. The first time we've seen it today, a bar spin in a 3. Like that's a huge trick because you are blind for the first half of that. When you start spinning, you are blind. You cannot spot your landing. Like in a flip, you can spot your landing almost instantly when you pull back. Like it's only about a quarter you're blind. But in a 3, it's tough. And with a little bit of wind here, throw the bars in the middle of that, boom. Now,
well, I love that you can talk about backflips, Matt, because I have no idea. I think I can try and backflip off an airbag, but that's just me. But following yesterday, like you're just going to pop a cheeky backy. I just know it's going to happen.
I back it into a lake, and that's as far as it's gone off the
come
dirt
on now, you lie after watching you ride.
It's been called that I have to do one by the time I turn 50, so I've only got a month.
Oh, we're going to do this at your birthday party. This is the Facebook invite I got. Is that where we're going? We're going to go to the indoor bike park. We're going to pop backflips, get it done before,
I was always a fan of 360s. Come on.
It's so good.
Spin to win.
What I'm really liking with the judging criteria now that I based on, the current judges, they're all, Mike Ross is an F&B qualified judge, did an F&B judging clinic just recently. Oz Cycling are going to take those current accredited F&B judges as our accredited freestyle mountain bike judges, and part of that thing is creating a baseline for the scores.
Oh, hold on. The judges have come up with a big score. Ted Oakley has scored a 79, putting him in the number 1 spot.
I think they're favouring air on this one, air and amplitude. I really think they're looking at this thing. This is...
No, because that 360 bar, the truck was nuts. And I don't know if you saw in the last hit. Yep, Ted Oakley, definitely. Now, he's been spending a lot of time at Big Air Bike Park, and that is basically a training ground now. I guess a mini Woodward of sorts.
Oh, I've got to tell you, Stephen at Big Air has created an amazing facility. It's a game changer for definitely New South Wales. Jaden Wilson's up. I think we're going to switch to Will. Commentary.
All right, guys. Next rider on course, Sydney local boy and one of the entrepreneurs of the Moses Rake, Jaden Wilson. Let's make some noise and get behind him. Can't wait to see the entrepreneur ride the course and see what he's got. Coming in off the flat drop, down to the step down. What's he got? Nice big 1 foot table. Big tire grab over the first one. Coming into the boner. Massive tuck no-hander from Jaden. Big flip tuck. Oh, need to get those hands a bit further out. What's he got on the last one? Big fronty. Pulling it round. A solid first run from Jaden Wilson, and I'm sure he's got more in the tank for the next one.
Damn, Jaden just threw down. Like, we thought maybe his flip tuck, hander kind of missed out a little bit, but then he obviously upped the ante and went for the front flip over the last one. That was a very big run.
Man, that was an incredible run. Jaden has really improved his riding, definitely from the last round at Big Air. That is...
I'm not sure he's front flipped that all weekend. I'm not sure. I may get called wrong on that, but by the looks of that, he was... Judging by the way the people at the end were responding, I think that's one of Jaden's biggest moves of this event so far. So he'll be pretty happy to have that run in the bag.
I think so, man. These guys are really pushing themselves, going for it, because, there is some good prize money. We've got our sponsors, Fox Racing, Tracy at Yakima, Australia, New Zealand, Emma and Matt at Crush. They have really come on board to not only support the series, but provide some great series prize money. And support, they provide all the trophies. We've got the Kooralbyn trophies in front of us. The checks, the prize purse, the signage. It's incredible that we'll be able to find some really good brands to support the series this year.
Now, something I heard, it was very last minute, but there is going to be a rider judged award for a pair of Marzocchi forks. That's pretty exciting stuff. I know.
Thank you, George from Mazzocchi. If you're watching this, you are incredible. And I've got to tell you, your staff, the guys that I've met at different events so far, man, those guys are incredible. And yes, we have it's going to be a rider judged award. Is that what we're doing? Yep. For a pair of Mazzocchi forks at the end.
Oh, the scores are in from the judges.
Here we go. Jaden, 81.6.
Putting him in first place for the moment.
That's absolutely incredible.
That was a big run. So technicality in your run and really upping the ante is going to get you the higher points.
I think the judges are working off a good baseline for this. I mean, there's a variety of scores.
I'm glad I'm not having that pressure on me because with the different variety, the styles, it's going to be very hard. But the great thing with 3 judges is, and the judging system they use, if one person goes, judges too high or too low, it's evened out. You do get an average. And we're talking with the judges before, and they were very happy with the system. All of them accomplished riders, so they know exactly what they're looking for. Add to that a format and a template for judging, and boom.
Yeah, it's exciting. Jaden also is creating trail tools. So I bought a couple of him. Yeah. These are amazing trail tools built by Jaden and his team.
So he's designed them and getting them laser cut. And
I'm actually just here trying to search for the name of the tool because I've forgotten it. But that's very professionalist. But Jaden has. I got 2 of them, and they're lightweight. Does everything similar to a fire rake. And they're absolutely incredible. But they designed them, and they're now selling trail tools. So it's just good to see some of these guys trying to follow their passions and create opportunities for themselves around interests that they have, such as mountain biking. It's incredible.
For sure. Well, up next we've got Thomas Wrigley.
Wriggles.
He is the final rider having his first run. Now, of course, he qualified first, so he rides last. Now, Thomas Wrigley is known around Sydney for his ability to shred on dirt or park. I'm pretty sure he'd ride anything he can put 2 wheels on. He threw down in qualies, I think we're going to have to pass over to Will in a moment and get him on board. Are the guys on the live stream all good?
I think they will be. I think they're okay. Let's see what happens.
We're so lucky with the weather. The wind has played nice. The rain has stayed away.
Man, the weather has been amazing. So all outdoor weather events, obviously, including some that we've experienced in previously, it gets pretty hectic.
Alrighty, guys. Up next, we've got Thomas Wrigley, Sydney local boy, here to make his mum proud. Shout out to mum and dad who are both here today. Big thank you to Daddy Dave Leslie as well. He wanted to give a shout out to. Let's see what he can throw down on his first of 2 runs. Big caveman off the drop. Oh, might have had a little bit of a slide out. I think the excitement got too much for him.
Oh, Wriggles is down.
That's unfortunate. Going for a hefty manoeuvre off the first drop. One of the only guys cavemaning. Oh, he's going to finish off his run. Big T-bog down there. 3ing that hip. One of the only guys doing it. Coming into the boner. Big tuck no-hander. What's he got on the first jump? Big truck driver. Coming into the last feature. What's he got? Oh, gapping that. Big flip tuck no-hander. If he cleans up that caveman, he's got a very solid first run.
Holy crap. We just saw a Wrigley caveman off the drop. Sadly, he washed out, which was such a bummer because the rest of his run was nuts. He's the first person to 3 the hip, a hip that was almost untrickable, it was said. But no, he's 3'd it. He's blazed through from there. He's thrown a truck driver, and we know how high that scored in earlier runs. And then his flip tuck over the end was huge. He must have landed so deep. Thomas Wrigley, I think he's got his eyes on the prize. If he pulls that caveman into that run, I would be saying he would be up there.
I think he'd be up there
as a title contender.
100%. Jamie Bunning will have his work cut out for him. It's incredible. I like that. We've got 2 runs, 2 judge runs. So definitely riders have a chance to, get it right the first time. And we've seen it time and time again in so many events where the second run, they can get it right and come through with the win.
Now, what will happen now is, based upon the scores from the first run, we are just going to restack the deck, and the lowest qualifier, or the lowest of the first run scores, will ride first all the way through to the highest placed.
So while they're formulating.
So Thomas, Wrigley has gone with a 53. Sadly, that it sucks because that run was one of the hugest. But you've got to put it all together in a consistent run. Even though he got back on, hit those kickers, sent it.
That was absolutely incredible. I thought that was actually a really good run, apart from the stack. We know that he's got potential for the second run. All right, we just got word that we're going to show the order now in top to bottom. We're excited to see the top 12. Now, I think, Matt, what's the format for run 2 as what the judges have decided how they want the riders to run for run 2? What can you tell me a bit about that?
They're going to run in the order that their score from their first run is going to set the seeding again. So it'll just reset as it did from qualifying.
All right, scores are up now. This is exciting.
So after the first runs, Jaden Wilson is out on top with an 81.6, very closely followed by Ted Oakley. I mean, those guys are tight. We've got Baxter Maywold in third, the Racer Come Freerider, sending it with a smile with 74.8.
I think we've got Will Phipps joining us. I think we're going to get some commentary on this as well from Will. Let's keep continuing with the scoreboard.
Where are we up to? We're up to Baxter. So now we're going to Sam. Sam the Brizzy boy. Yeah, that was a solid first run from Sam. Coming in with 72.3. And then Kai, the local boy. Kai Fraser actually helped build the course, I believe. What's he got? 67.5. Solid first run. Sure, a couple of things he could have cleaned up. Chase Minos, youngest guy out here today, 62.6, another solid first run. I think, again, some things to clean up, but that's just how it goes. Bailey Clark, a local boy from Sydney, 58.6. Mally Warner, another Sydney boy, 57. Tom Wrigley, 53. Now that one's definitely going to bump up if he doesn't wash out from that caveman. Jamie Bunning in 50, who was the winner of the last AST stop. And then we got Matthias in 46 and Liam Quinney with a 35.6. So stacked field. A few mistakes in the first run, so I think we're going to see a bit of a shake-up in the next one.
Oh, yes, I think so. I mean, yeah, you'd have to be thinking if you're Thomas Wrigley to pull that caveman or to just hit that first hit clean and not worry about the caveman, or go all out and go for the win, because the rest of that run, I think, would have put him on the top step.
I know he's got a bit more in the tank.
Oof.
So we'll have to see. He was trying to do it as a first safety run, but he might throw it a bit more now to see what happens.
Right. Have you got any insights into what might be getting thrown down?
I do, but I don't want to jinx anyone. I got to play cards close to their chest.
Oh, definitely. Now, I was going to say, like, a lot of these guys have been able to ride Big Air Bike Park a lot over the last months. Of course, we had the first stop there. That's, I guess, going to become a little bit of a training ground.
Yeah, definitely. It already is. So they've got an airbag facility. So they've got a flat bag and a landing bag, which is obviously a lot safer for people to train on rather than hard concrete or wood, which a lot of people, like I'm sure you guys probably grew up doing that.
Oh, yes.
Just building your jumps in the back of the paddock.
Thanks, Will.
I did too, don't worry. I didn't have any good training facilities. So it's definitely helped a lot. I mean, for me personally, I've got Rampfest in Victoria. So we've got foam pit, foam pit and resi down there. Yeah. So it's just good to see that these places are starting to pop up more across the country.
Yes.
I think there's a couple up here too. I don't know what they're called in Queensland. They're more so
the
BMX. Yeah, they're more skate parks, but yeah, it's just great to see these popping up, and hopefully there's more mountain bike focused ones pop up.
Ramfest holds the freestyle BMX championships. Is that correct?
Yeah, nationals.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that's really good. And who runs that venue?
I can't remember.
Chris
Bearden. Yeah, it is. Yep, that's it. Yeah, Chris, good bloke.
Yep.
Good. Tell us how you found Big Air Bike Park, the event.
The event was great. Honestly, I think everyone was a bit skeptical coming into the first one, being in an indoor bike park. But it was great. It was great for the first one for the AST. It was a good kick-off event. And I think now that we're getting back into proper slopestyle courses, it's just good to see. And it's good to see that the riders actually can do the variety of courses. They can ride an indoor bike park, and then they can come here and do the same tricks. So it's good to see that they've all got variety and the skills to do it.
It's going to suit some riders' strengths. You know, some people might struggle in some venues because they're used to going huge, and the indoor bike park might be a bit small for them. But then you get here, and the bike park guys might struggle a bit on the looser dirt. You know, it is interesting. Even everyone's pretty much hardtail. A couple of jewelries in there.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Tyre choice is a big thing here.
It's funny because I think for a lot of us, we don't focus too much on tyre choice. We just ride it. Like, I know Tom's probably running Maxxis DTHs, which are very low profile, and you just get used to it. That's the thing. But I think most of the boys will probably have their pressure up at about 50 or 60.
Yep.
It's just the way it goes.
Oh, yeah. I remember an old Melbourne rider, Luke Fink, riding dirt jumps on full slicks. It was ludicrous, but he managed it. He managed to put.
You just get used to it. You really do.
Yep.
That's amazing. I think, Will, you did a great job emceeing the first round, so we're super grateful to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. Can't wait for the next one too.
The next one. All right. Well, I think we're going to cut to a couple of ads from our sponsors, and then we'll be back for a quick wrap-up and get ready for round 2.
Perfect. Can't wait for it.
Thanks, Will. Awesome.
Let's go.
And we're back. This is amazing. We're just a short break for a few technical difficulties. But you know what? You know who we have here? We have Shane Flower, head course builder, up here, and an amazing human being. Shane, welcome. Thanks.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good.
Man, you guys have put in so much work to get this place ready. It's a big vision and it's a big venue. How long have you been up here taking care of this?
In the bowl here about 2 months, sort of cleaning up the existing lines and putting in the new dual slalom line. Yeah, it's a lot of work. The weather's the battle up in Queensland here, the hot days, and when the rain comes, heaps of it. So it's a struggle, but we got there in the end.
Oh, yes.
Mate, when we arrived Thursday, this place was looking pimp. I'll tell you, this was, Matt and I, we keep saying this was like mind-boggling. We didn't expect to see the level of professionalism and the level of presentation on the course. And then that rains on Friday morning, we turned up with a mud fest. And for you guys to, turn this around, it's just been amazing. And not only just the slopestyle, it was the dual slalom. That was, they got the whip-off jump, the mini whip-off jumps that we're looking at, that some of you'll see on the stream. Incredible, Shane, incredible. Tell us about some of the challenges just with rebuilding Andrew's slopestyle line, because I was up here in March, and this thing was just overgrown and did not look like what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, it looked like just stockpiles of dirt when we got in, just big stockpiles with grass hanging out of them. Then when we cut the grass off, we found springs coming out of those stockpiles. So it was more like building roads than actually building jumps. We had to build drains and culverts, and yeah, it was a big job. But once we got the water sorted, it was on with building jumps like normal.
Yeah, I guess you've been building trails a long, long time. Where did you cut your teeth and start building? As a kid, I raced BMX, and we sort of done the course prep, and that was 40 odd years ago, sort of around the track with Dad. And then probably about 20, I got back into riding, building trails, and then the Outlook sort of started with a few friends, and that would have been a good 20 years ago now. Yep.
So,
and that was, I guess, the start of a big free ride scene up here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Before that, there was sort of little sporadic spots here and there, but we all sort of merged in this one common spot and pushed the envelope for many years, and it was a really good spot and good environment for everyone.
I mean, it was mansions, and then there was just brutal rocks.
Yeah, mate, the top of the hill, you looked over the Gold Coast and all its beautiful views, and then we'd drop into our dirty trails and hang out.
We're talking about Outlook here, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, yes.
The old original, that's Outlook Riders Alliance, was it?
Yeah. So the club formed off the back of that. We tried to lobby with the council to save it.
That's right, you did too.
And the lobby went for a while, and we went well, but then in the end, developers bought land all around it, and the fort stopped, and we just moved on. So.
And now you're focusing your efforts here. So
I've been in a few other ventures along the way, but this is the current sort of focus. And I got my own block we bought sort of recently, 100 acres out the back of sort of Undalla towards Ipswich area. The big out there.
Okay.
A few secret lines in there. Not many people know what's up there, but yeah, we got some crazy shit in the hills up there.
Now I've got to ask, you've built this with your son on board on the build team, and you're watching him ride. How's it feeling?
Oh, it's pretty cool. Have to admit, there's a few teary moments watching him. It's pretty cool, yeah.
Shane, just quickly tell us about your trail building business. What's it called?
Dirt Concepts Australia. So we're a small company, sort of choosing the work we want to do. We like sort of quality. My background is trails, dirt jumps and trails, and I like sculpting trails. I like to present something that's visually nice as well as rides nice. So our aim is to deliver high-end products.
I think I can talk on behalf of Matt. I think we
can see a work of art here.
This is an incredible course, and thank you so much, legend. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Great to talk to you.
Cheers, guys.
All right, I think we got the final score, the scoreboard. I think run 2 is about to come up from Element. Boom. Thanks, Shane.
Guys, have a good day.
Cheers.
All right. Here's the leaderboard, the current leaderboard. Looks like we've got news that Liam Quinlivan is no longer going to compete, so we have 11 riders now doing their second runs.
Yeah, sadly Liam went down pretty hard. He went for a double back over the last. Now I think he might have just over-rotated and went down hard. He was twisting a bit as well, so with a double back you've got to go very, very straight. If you get off axis, you've either got to, spin it hard and cash roll it, or you've got to just You've got to go down with the ship.
And what's the order we're doing for run 2 now?
We are going reverse, so it's going to be Matthias Diaz up first. The seating always works that the highest run from before is the favourite, I guess. So they go last, so they have to sit there.
Jamie Bunning with his work cut out for him. This is interesting to see. Tom Wrigley, then Malley, then Bailey. Bailey is surprisingly, I'm super happy for him. Chase Minos, Kai, really good. Sam Fraser, Baxter, wow, Ted, and Jaden. This is interesting with Jaden on top at the moment.
I know. Who do you think's your favourite for taking this out?
I would like to see, I've really got to be honest here, I think Tom Wrigley, if he can nail his run, is going to take this out based on what we just saw in run 1. I am hoping that Jamie Bunning can pull it together. And also, I obviously have the favourites, Bailey Clark and Malley there, my hometown guys.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him having Baxter, good. I think we're going to get ready for runs 2, and we're going to cut through. We're going to wait for some information from the judges and see how they're going.
I've got to say, Jaden, in qualifying, he pulled a combo trick on the last kicker that we hadn't seen.
Yep.
I think it was tuck. Anyway, 3 tricks in the one hit, and I was like, bam. And the judges were so happy that they spotted that because it was a lot going on. And if you can throw that many combinations together in the one air, you're just going to up your score. So, yeah, Jaden's in with a chance, and so's Ted. And I know those two have been riding Big Air Bike Park.
And they have all been practicing, and it's been so interesting to watch that these riders have been adding to their bag of tricks. And a lot of these guys are all friends as well. So while there's a competition happening today, it's really good to see that they all hang out together. Like Ted's been hanging out from WA for a little while and sessioning at Big Air Bike Park. So I think we were mentioning before, Stephen Bruin, who owns Big Air Bike Park, has created a facility for freestyle mountain bikers and BMXers, and it's literally a bike-only facility. There's no scooters or skateboards, and he has the Freestyle Mountain Bike and BMX Academy, which is actually one of the first of its kind in this country. I think we're ready for round 2. We've gone through the rider scores and the rider list already. We're super excited. I think the judges are getting ready. I think Will Phipps, we're ready for run 2. I think we're going to see who the rider's starting very shortly. I'm excited. Matt, here we go. And here we are for run 2 of the Australian Slopestyle Tour here at Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park. I can't tell you how excited I am. This has been a dream to see this happen. Matt, I can't be more happy than to be here with you. This is exciting. Who we got up here? Look, there's Wriggles in his leopard skin. Is that Wriggles in his leopard skin pants?
It is indeed.
I've got to tell you, I don't know how I personally feel about that, but the boys are putting on a show. I think it's, who we got here? Matches.
Yeah, with Liam out.
We're about to cut to Will Phipps. He's about to go. And rider on course.
Alrighty, guys. The riders are up the top, and we're getting ready to drop in for their second and final run of the day. First to drop in for their second run will be Matthias, a Northern Beaches boy. Very thankful of his dad for bringing him to the event. Told me that his favourite trick is a tuck no-hander, which we've already seen him do in the first run. And he's got future goals of getting to crankwork slopestyle. I think at his age at the moment, he's definitely on the right path. Just waiting for him to be comfortable enough to drop in for his second run, and we'll see what he can throw down.
Ready to go.
If you're beside the course, let's make some noise for Matthias, please. Dropping in. Here he comes, coming into the step down. What's he got? Nice little table over the step down. Big tire grab over the hip. Carrying his speed into the boner. What's he got? Nice floaty air over the boner. Big tire grab. One of the biggest ones on the course today. And then coming into the final trick jump. Big tuck no hand. A massive extension. Good, solid second run for Matthias.
Yeah, thanks, Will. That was definitely a solid second run.
For his age, going that high and throwing the hands, I mean, that was textbook no-hander. I mean, that's old school style. I love it.
Man, you have so much experience in this industry, Matt. You just keep blowing me away. Every time we chat and the stories you tell, I got to say, I feel like I've been in the industry for a while. You know, really, I think for me, 2013, sort of the first involvement I got with some events. But Matt, you're mind-boggling. Just the stories you could tell, incredible.
You put on the events, though. I mean, that's, I guess when I really first met you with your X-Up event up the coast, and we had Kellen McGarry out. It was
that's right.
a legendary event.
We beat the New Zealanders to the Tiva Slopestyle, and we held the officially first silver freeride mountain bike world tour event in Australia.
You had a vision from it goes that far back, and now it's finally coming to fruition. This is stop number 2.
Yeah, that was
Australia Ride
Marcus
Series.
and Tarek. You know, Tarek Mazzulli. Yeah,
Tarek
for
Mazzulli.
Resolutions now. Those boys started this thing. And Marcus and I used to chat a lot, and I still have his banners from 2013. The boys said, mate, you can keep it. We believe in what you were trying to achieve. We're at a little hiatus. But you know what? 10 years later, roughly, here we are again with the same dream, and it's actually happening, and we've got the national sporting body behind us.
Thank you.
Here we go.
For
Let's look at
making
the
it
score.
happen.
Scores are up.
Matthias has got a 44.3, so
I'm not sure where that sits on
Excuse
the
me.
previous score, but it's not too bad. That's what his current score is.
I think his first run was a touch better. I don't think he was hitting things as fast as his first one. That said, his tuck no hander on the end was epic. Now I'm thinking that we are going to be passing over to the riders pretty soon.
Yeah, I think Jamie Bunning's going to get up. We'll just wait for Element. Thank you for the live stream. I think these guys are doing an amazing job. Listen to us yapping all day.
It's quite incredible.
And here we go. Jamie Bunning should be up there at some point. Let's head over to Will, and Will is going to take us into Jamie Bunning.
Alrighty, guys, getting ready for the next rider to drop. Jamie Bunning out of Campbelltown, New South Wales. Jamie's a BMX boy that's made his way over to mountain bike. He competed at the last AST tour and actually took out the win. That was at Big Air Bike Park. I'm sure he would have felt a bit more comfortable on the bike park jumps rather than here today, but he's still throwing down. He's still doing an amazing job. Massive round of applause for him. Favourite trick from him is a super can. And I asked him about any future goals, and he said, to be honest, I just want to keep riding and keep having fun. All right, just waiting for everyone to be ready for Jamie to drop. Wanted me to give a shout out to his sponsors, Hostile Handwear, DVS Shoes Australia, Admissive Clothing, and Black Flies Eyewear. All right, Jamie's good to drop. Make some noise if you haven't already, everyone. Here he comes, coming into the step down. Just cruising over the step down. Big 1 foot X up, I believe it was. Coming into the boner, what's he got? Nice, it clicked X up over the boner. Big Superman Indian Air. Coming into the last jump, what's he got? Massive flip X up. Keeping it together, riding that one out. Good job, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Matt.
Jamie Bunnings, he was thrown down on that run. He was carrying some speed. He threw a couple of X's and that big flip over the end. Massive. I know Jamie is taking it easy. He drove up here, road tripped with his daughter, whose birthday it was. Hitting the sights up here, hitting the Big Banana, probably hitting the theme parks. Like, legendary dad.
And Jamie was the last minute, he was totally messaging us saying, he didn't think he could make it. And we are super grateful to have him here. Like, Jamie is having a crack.
And he's keen. I mean, he is a convert from BMX, and now he's got his own bike. He borrowed a bike at the Big Air Park.
That's right. He
Won the event.
Won the event.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's good to see Jamie on the ramps, the big dirt style.
It is. And I think Jamie's going to inspire some other, quite a few BMXers to go, you know what, I might have a go at this. I mean, Jamie obviously grew up idolising the likes of Ryan Nyquist, who made a big name for himself in slopestyle with his ability to throw multiple bar spins.
Yeah, there's a couple of good BMXers that are switching over, so I can't wait to see where this competition goes.
It's going to be good because it's going to be quite different styles between the mountain bikers and the BMX.
Scores are up.
Jamie Bunning comes in with a 50.6, which I think is just up on his last score.
6 on his last score, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
Judges aren't really rewarding him for...
No, Jamie's happy. I know
Should be happy.
he's got a long drive back and he wants to
His
spend a
daughter's
lot of time with London, his daughter.
Yeah.
She just turned. Yeah, anyway.
Really good run.
Rockstar dad.
Yeah, rockstar dad.
Rocket Jamie.
Right, awesome run. Here with his family. Lovely guy. Jamie's actually performing in a freestyle BMX show for Shell Harbour Council for the Shell Harbour Bike Festival happening next weekend, I think it is, down in New South Wales. So
Right.
Jamie has a busy schedule.
Up top of the course,
Here we go.
we have a contender
Let's
for
for
this title.
100%. I think we're going to
Thomas Wrigley.
switch over to Wilf. Let's go.
Alrighty, guys, make some noise for the Sydney local boy, Thomas Wrigley. Let's see if he can hold together on his second run. He's definitely going to shake things up if he can. Big coming off the drop, landing it this time. What's he got? Nice T-bog on the step down. Big 360 on the hip. Only guy doing that today. Styling into the boner. What's he got? Nice tuck no-hander. Big truck driver on the first jump. Keeping it clean. Come on, Tom. Let's see what you got. Big tire grab over that one. Massive tuck no-hander. Pulling it together. Make some noise. Come on, Tom.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Like, that was incredible. And as we were talking before, Tom, all he had to do was know that run too. I personally think that is the winner. He deserves it. Well done, Tom.
Nick, that was a big run. Like Thomas wanted some retribution after his washout on the caveman, so he pulled the caveman. He ran, jumps off the drop into the first lander. From there, he had tricks the whole way down. He threed the hip, and that is tough. He tuck no hander off the boner, 360. Well, a truck driver. 360 with the bar spin. He gapped the roller with a tyre slap.
I've got to keep up with the excitement here because I'm in shock.
And then over the end, massive flip no-hander. I mean, he tricked everything he could on the course. He did it with style, and it was big.
It was big. And
Thomas Wrigley, we will see.
I am loving that we have Australian riders like Thomas Wrigley who can showcase skills no different to what we're looking like in the world stage.
Definitely. And I know Thomas will be pretty keen to get, he's on board for the tour. So, I mean, he wants a series title, as did Jamie. And Jamie took the first one with Thomas in second. So
That's right. Battle was on.
We can see what's happening there.
And I think Tom's been practicing. I'm not 100% sure about his training and what he's been doing up to this round, but I do know that Tom has a lot of experience, say, with Bear Creek Bike Park, another dirt venue in Sydney, in the Northern Beaches. The results are up.
Boom! I think we have the highest scoring run of the day.
I'll settle down, but I think we've called it early. But, who knows, Baxter might, come out of the woodwork here. But well done, Tom. That is well-deserved, I've got to say. It's incredible.
That is going to put him in a real hot spot for the title.
Those leopard skin pants must have counted for some.
Boom.
I know, right? That's fantastic. All right, I think we're getting ready for the judges.
That's time for the starters orders
Here
with
we go.
Mally Warner.
Mally Warner. All right, switch to Will.
Alrighty, next rider-ups, Mally Warner out of Sydney once again. Rides with Tom all the time, actually. Wanted me to give his mum and dad and girlfriend a big thank you for the support they've had this weekend. Mally's dropping in now. Guys, let's make some noise. Here he comes over the step down. What's he got? Nice little tire grab. Big X up over the hip. Coming into the boner, keeping that speed consistent. Nice T-bog over the boner. Big flip over the first one. Such a slow rotation. Big flip bar spin over the last jump. Haven't seen that today. Yeah, Mally. Just a little washout on the landing, I think, but he's up and walking.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Look, that is incredible. Mally's practice that I know he has been doing on the Green Valleys Mountain Bike Park airbag is starting to pay off.
I'm stoked to see the bars finally get thrown.
He's been practicing it, man. I've seen this stuff in real life.
And he threw the bars upside down. Think about it.
To dirt, man. I think, I'm not sure that's his first attempt. I think he just went for it. I'm not 100% sure. Well done, Mel.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the judges judge that because he landed that and he was cruising out. And I think he washed out way past the end of the landing. So, I mean, is that called a pull? I mean, I would be claiming that and go, yep, I pulled that.
Well, you got Travis Pastrana, who just when they put it to Resi, they call it landed. Even on the mulch jump, they say, "Yep, we've landed it."
Yep.
You know, and then they fall off, but it's stuck, right?
But I reckon he was feet on the pedals. He was riding that out. He got the whole way down the landing and went off into the gutter on the side way after the landing. So well, who knows? We'll have to see how the judges
Well,
the judges go on that.
like give Melly a half decent score here because we think it's well deserved watching that run. That was incredible.
Yeah, I think he might have upped the ante on his first run.
See what they do. I think we're waiting on the judges' score right now. I'm excited to see it on the live stream. Here we go. Melly with a 47. Oh.
I think they're penalising for the washout at the end.
That's fair.
Yep, no.
Yep, it happens. So
we have trust and faith in the judges here. They're all accomplished riders in their own right.
Oh, 100%. And some of the Mike Ross especially has been working with Oz Cycling about developing some of these tech regs for which we might talk after this run. Let's go Bailey Clark. We're going to switch to Will.
Alrighty, guys. Next rider getting ready to drop is Bailey Clark. Not a Sydney boy, but I know he's always up there riding big air. Bailey's from Heathcote. Like I said before, giving a big thanks to his dad, Nick and Tilly from Green Valleys as well. Here he comes off the drop, coming around the first little berm section. What's he got on the step down? Nice little tyre grab. Big 1 foot X up, keeping it clean over that hip. Coming into the boner. Oh, I think he wanted a T-bog. Big tuck no-hander. What's he got on the last one for us? Oh, I think he's happy with his first run score. Good to see him out here today, though.
Yeah, thanks, Will. I think that I'm just excited to see Bailey having a crack. He's working hard for his age, get the funds and travel and do these events.
Definitely. You know, and there's a whole lot of things going on for the riders right now. You know, if you've locked a solid first run in, you may think, you know, I do want to walk out of here alive. It's hot. The guys are going to be, you know, pretty shredded. There's been qualifying today. There's been practice before that. They've been doing a lot of runs. And although it's downhill, you are working because you need to pump every transition to get the height. You need to pump every little ounce of this course to keep your speed up or be slowing it down. And then you've got to think about pulling up and you've got to think about muscling a bike around and taking the impact of the landing. Because if you don't land smooth, it's all going through your shoulders, your wrists, your ankles, and your knees. Like, and this is hard dirt. It's like cement.
Yeah, and the judges also, during practice, you know, they are encouraged to talk to the riders to get a feel and understanding of what they are thinking and doing and attempting. So when they do their run, we see scores like this.
All right, Bailey Clark with a 48. So that's going to see him sort of mid-pack at the moment. Like, not too bad at all.
Yeah, well, I can't see how this all breaks down to see, especially with the series points so far for the Australian Slopestyle Tour 2022 so far, how the series standings come out. All right, next rider on course. I believe we're going to switch to Will very shortly. And
Chase Minos is on course.
Let's go.
Alrighty, guys, going to the next rider, Chase Minos, the youngest boy in the field. Let's make some noise for the local boy from Milton. See what he's got on his second and final run of the day. Chase wanted me to give a big shout out to his mum and dad for getting him up here and giving him all the support he can get to go to these competitions. Here we go. He's already gone off the drop, coming into the step down. Nice little tyre grab. Just floating over that second hip. Carrying his speed into the boner. Nice T-bog. Big flip on the first jump. Coming into the last one. What's he got? Big Superman seat grab. That is a massive extension for a kid of his age. Let's give a round of applause to him.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thanks, Will.
Yeah, Chase Minos and his Superman seat grabs. They are
so amazing.
They are dialed big. I mean,
it's good.
That is a trick that requires strength, you know, because you are pushing the bike right out. You're stretching yourself out like abs of steel. 14 years old. What a shredder.
He's so good. I'm blown away. Chase is, you know, like I've known Chase as a rider coming to Green Valleys, and I never thought of him as a slopestyle rider. To see him appear in this scene, he's just been absolutely incredible. Like, he's just blown me away. Like a dude. Like, hello. Didn't realize he could do this stuff, but he is. It's crazy.
It's pretty cool to see riders as they evolve. You know, you jump into something, you might ride some BMX, you might get into downhill, but then suddenly you realize you have got the ability to start throwing your bike around in the air, and that suddenly, you know what I mean? I don't want to race against the clock. I want to push myself. I want to progress myself. I want to set my own rules. I want to set my own deal. I'm going to learn things. I'm going to create on my bike. So yeah, it's definitely something special.
And it's something special. We've got front row seats to this thing. I think that's what makes it more amazing. I'm still in awe of these riders, just what they're doing, and hopefully it's being displayed to the world stage on this live stream as what is possible that we are achieving here.
Yeah, definitely comment on the live stream if you're seeing it, if you're digging it. I really want to hear some feedback about this event. Like, it's had a lot of people put a lot of man hours into this.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of moving pieces to make an event like this happen, and everyone has put a lot of work in. You know, the riders, everybody, the builders, the management here, the live stream crew, Will up there, the judges. You know,
give a shout out to Dave Leslie. So Dave Leslie, our partnership manager. Dave has put a lot of countless hours. Dave Leslie, we can't thank Dave Leslie enough for all the effort that he does to help, you know, get some funding and make this thing work. Dave, it's been amazing. Yep, 100%. And
Dave's son, Leroy, sadly, I think he would have been a title contender today. He had a big crash earlier in the day and has decided to sit it out. We had a few people, a few scratching, sadly. But, you know, it's is part and parcel with slopestyle. You are sending yourself, you know, 20 foot into the air.
Here we have the judges deliberating. That's, Mike Ross, Luke Parker, and Benny Phillips. Look at them. These guys are doing an amazing job for what we've got right now. This is, we're super grateful to have them. This is good. But here we go. I think we get some scores coming in very shortly.
YouTube search, Benny Phillips, Luke Parker, and Mike Ross, and watch their ride.
Here we go. Chase Minos.
58.3.
Ooh. Popping up there.
Popping into the second place for now.
For run two, yeah.
Chase Minos has got a huge future at 14 years old. Boom, there must be something in the water down at Milton. I do know that they have some of the best soil to grow vegetables and stuff in Australia.
Milton. Oh, I've heard rumours. You know, but we've all been affected by the rains. 100%. The whole east coast of Australia has the El Nino weather pattern has hammered us all. Here we go. Dropping in. Ready for Kai Flower. Let's switch it to Will.
Alrighty, guys. Dropping in for his second run of the day. We've got the local boy, Kai Flower. Let's make some noise and get around him. Here he comes. Coming into the flat drop. Steezing it out. Big flip. Holding on to it. What's he got over the boner log? Big tyre grab. Coming into the first of two trick jumps. Oh, flip can on the first one. What's he got for us on the last one? Flip bar. Oh, just missing the bar. That would have been a contention run if he'd have landed that.
I think Matt just almost jumped out of his seat. We were so I think we lost the whole desk because he was like, whoa! That was a really good run. That was exciting.
Man, Kai, look, I am blown out. He has been on the shovels for 2 months. I mean, in the days leading up to this, he was just here, just sweating it out, shaping, building, digging out mud. Like, the guy's an animal. To come down and send a run like that and then to step it up and go for a big trick like a flip bar. Sadly, he didn't land it, but, man, he has learnt a lot from this venue, you know, from the build to riding it. Like, his level was up. He's up the ante on every front.
100%. Well done, Kai. That's amazing. I thought it was Shane down there, but no, that's his support crew. So Kai has an amazing support crew, and we're super stoked to see Kai compete in this round. He's a lovely kid and deserves everything he gets out of this. It's incredible. And the build effort he's done, man, like he's been slapping his shovel like crazy, making this course smooth and pimp and very well presented.
It's so cool to hear, though, you know, like Shane, when we had him in before, talking about how he went to BMX, you know, to BMX tracks to race, you know, so his dad was passing it to him and now he's passing it down to Kai. It's generational riding.
We got some results up.
47 for Kai on his second run. I think his first run might have been, a little bit higher. Sadly, he didn't pull that flip bar. If he had landed that, boom, that's a big, big trick. So
the judges working off a baseline for this run. Some riders, maybe the run two, but they felt like they went better in their first run. I'm not sure.
Definitely. I mean, quite often in slopestyle comps and BMX comps, you know, the second runs, they do get judged even harsher than the first one because the level is set.
Here we go. I think riders on course. We're going to switch to Will. Sam Fraser.
Alrighty, guys. Getting ready for the next rider to drop in. Sam Fraser out of Brizzy, riding for Darko and KWT. Let's make some noise. He's really thankful for his wife and kids for letting him come to the event this weekend. Kim coming over the first start, the step down, T-Bog, big knack over the hip. Getting that back wheel out over the roller. Nice tuck, no hander, keeping the hands out. Massive underflip again, or just going off the course. Oh, throw away for him in run number 2, but let's make some noise.
Yeah, totally. Well, Sam on course. This is what happens.
Sam's running back up. I think he wants to finish his run.
Oh, he's going to finish his run.
I've got a feeling. He's going to take off from the lander. He wants it. That was a huge.
Here we go. Back to Will.
All right, he's not done. For your viewing pleasure, folks, let's make some noise. What's he got? Massive dip 3. Oh, just getting off the bike. Let's make a round of applause for Sammy.
Sam Fraser throwing down on the course. He's local up this way, well, southeast Queensland, and he's got some creative style going on, and he rode that with, he slashed his way off the whole top half of the course. You know, sadly, that underflip, he just floated across into the gutter. It took him off the track a little
Got
bit.
the scores up. Let's go. These guys are quick.
A 46 for Sam. Sadly, a completed run is a huge bonus for judges. The more tricks and style you can put on the whole course, boom. But no, I think we're going to see a lot more of Sam. Like, he's a bit of a stalwart of the scene up here. He's out riding boomers a lot. He has got a creative outlook on riding bikes, and it's great to see. I don't think it matters what bike. And talking about creative riders, up next, Baxter Maywold. Let's hand over to Will.
All right, guys. Up next, we've got none other than Baxter Maywold, a man that can ride any bike you put under him. Had his recent video for Canyon come out. Notion, if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go and watch it. Let's see what Baxter's got on the second run. Nice little fast plan to start in off that drop. Just styling it off the little step down. Keeping it clean over the hip. What's he got for us on the boner? Getting that foot over for the can, bringing it back. Big flip on the first jump. What's he got for us on the last? Big kick out, which we love.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Baxter. It's like all his digging and riding is paying off.
Oh, yeah, talk about style. Instead of going for the intensely technical tricks, you saw Baxter throwing some real style, old school BMX up the top with that fast plant down. I love that. I love that trick. Bring back the fast plant, I think. His floating flips, you know, he's creative. He throws his foot across into a can. He rides the next section with the foot over, then puts it back. And yeah, as we saw, that kick out or whip or whatever you want to call it, just moto freaking style. Yeah, Baxter Maywold. What a legend.
And I think the judges today have been rewarding this kind of style, like the big air, amplitude, you know. It's overall impression. Yeah. That's what they're going for. It's been good. It's
great to see the different styles sort of evolving. You know, some of the younger kids are going to want all the tech, where some riders just want to, you know, the trail guys just want to, you know, he's going to want to have style, just big flatties, just big boosts, super smooth. You know, and some people want to throw bars and flips.
Oh, scores are up.
Boom, 59 for Baxter, which sits him in second.
Based on our current list.
We will total this up at the end.
Yeah, on the...
but a solid run for Baxter.
Yeah, totally.
You're not as technical, but definitely oozing style.
Oozing style, that was a great run for Baxter. You know, it's hard to think what the judges are going through up there with their baselines. Here we go. Ted Oakley, all the way from WA. We'll switch to Will.
Alrighty, guys. Getting ready for the second last rider of the day. All the way from Perth, Western Australia, we've got Ted Oakley. This kid can definitely shake up the top three. He's actually already in third spot, so let's see if he can bump himself up a bit more. Just waiting for him to be ready and comfortable to drop, and then we'll see Ted on course. Ted's got a big bag of tricks, and I know that he's got a few more things he can throw down if he feels comfortable to do so.
Yeah, and we're just excited to see Ted all the way from WA. I love that this kid's travelling and, you know, it's got the opportunity.
Still just waiting for him to feel comfortable on course. Yeah, go for Ted.
All right, judges are ready to go. Let's go, Ted.
All right, Ted's dropping on course. Let's make some noise, guys. Coming in off the flat drop. What's he got on the step down? Just keeping it nice and stylish. Big, knack over the first hip. Coming into the boner. What's he got? Big 1 foot can. Oh, double truck. Keeping it together. What's he got on the last jump? Big truck driver. Oh, just coming off at the end, but I think he's all right. Round of applause for Ted, everyone.
That's amazing. That was a great one. Thanks, Will. That was a really good run for Ted. And just, you know, trying to throw it all down, Matt.
Damn, sadly he went down on, I don't know if it was Oppo truck. I'm not actually sure. I kind of missed it as in all the action. But, you know, Ted rode that course with style. He hit a flatty off the drop, which is, you know, textbook old school BMX style. His knack over the hip was awesome, and he's the first guy today to throw a double truck driver, 2 bar spins in a 360. I mean, we have not seen that today, and should he have landed that last hit, he may have been up there as a contender on the podium.
100%
He's
so.
sat in third, so I don't think he'll up the ante on his score with that run, but we'll see what the judges have got to say.
His first run counts, you know. Like, I'm loving that the judges are being, from my opinion, they're actually being really fair today.
Now to let the viewers in, aside from the judging criteria, is it a combination of both runs or the best run?
Oh, today, no, it is the best run that gets
Excellent.
from either run 1 or 2 for the finals. This is what happens. So they get 2 runs. Their best judge run counts. Here we go. Scores are in.
55.3 for Ted, so I think that's going to be lower than his first run, but so stoked to see him throw that double truck. That's a big trick on a dirt jump slopestyle bike. You got big wide handlebars to throw them twice. Massive effort. All right.
Here we go. Jaden Wilson getting ready to drop. I think we're going to switch to Will.
Alrighty, guys. The last person to drop for the day is Jaden Wilson, sitting in second place, 1 point behind Tom Wrigley. He can definitely try push him off the podium, but these two are mates, so we'll see if it plays anything to their friendship. We've got the man behind the Moses. Let's see if he can throw it down for his second and final run.
Ready to drop in.
Ready to drop. Let's go, Jaden.
Come on, guys. I know if you get behind this man, he's going to throw down for you. Here we go. Off the drop, coming into the step down. What's he got? Starting off with that 1 foot table, so clean. Big tire grab. Oh, I think to a T-bog on the hip. Keeping his speed for the boner. Big tuck no-hander. What's he got on the first jump? Flip tuck. Oh, one in the can as well. Holding it together. Jaden. Oh, throwaway run in number 2, but he's going back up. He's not done yet. What's he got for us on the final feature, guys? Let's make some noise, and I'm sure he'll throw down.
That's awesome.
Let's get it, Jaden. Come on, Frother. Yeah, big kick out to finish off the day.
Man, Jaden's been riding so hard through practice, through qualies, and now in the final. Sadly, he went down. He's throwing combinations like no one else here. Like in that flip tuck, I think he wanted a can as well, and it just sent him offline. Sadly, you know, in qualifying, he put 3 tricks into 1.
Yep.
Yeah, Jaden is going to be a future star.
His first run. This is great. I think we're going to take a quick break and we're going to go get the final scoreboard. That's what I think.
Oh,
we got.
sorry. No.
Yeah. No, we're done. So I think Element are going to cut to a quick break with some ads, and then we're going to wrap up and get ready for Prezos and see the final judging score. It's amazing.
Check one, check one.
All the riders, can you just grab all the riders? Because you guys are going to give a prize. Give all the riders this together now. Come on. Okay, everyone. So let us know when you're ready to go.
For today's competition, they're just going to run through some of the results, not all of them because we can't give it all away, and then we're going to go into presentation. So I'm going to hand it over to Mike.
How's it going, everybody? Thanks everyone for turning up. Everyone rode really well and safe, and yeah, it was a great contest, especially from a judge's perspective. It was tight. Yeah, nice and challenging for us, which was really good fun. Yeah, from my perspective as well, I was just super happy to see everyone get through safe this weekend. As Mike said, super tight judging for us, which is awesome. A lot of creativity out on the course, which was great as well. So, yeah, I think everyone did a great job this weekend.
Thanks for that, Luke. Yeah, I really enjoyed the level of riding here this weekend. Being at a bronze event in Australia, it's just really special to have a course like this with riders riding at this caliber in our backyard, and I'm really excited to see what happens over the next 5 years as we continue to develop and grow as a sport. My personal favourite, I'm just going to pick out Ben's MVP that does not win a prize for this weekend. Baxter, you are my MVP. First ever slopestyle contest, and absolutely crushed it, so good on you.
Yep. All right, we're going to go into prezos now. So, coming in third, the Perth local boy, Ted Oakley. Come on up, Ted. Ted, I know you're a man of many words, few words, sorry. Yeah, but can I get you to say a few words about today and how you think you went?
Oh, I really enjoyed riding this course, and never really ridden a proper slopestyle course before. So this is, it was fun to figure it out and see what I could throw down, and it worked out pretty well in the end.
Yeah. Perfect, I think you threw down. All right, don't move a muscle. In second place, the local frother from Sydney, the king of the Moses, Jaden Wilson. Come here. All right. Need to get a few words from... Just got to go with the formalities first, folks. Just want to get a couple of words from the man that's always got lots of words, actually.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for the organisers for organising the event. Sick event, good fun. And all the judges as well. It's a lot of hard work, so I appreciate everything. And then everyone who's come up with me, Joe, Cleo, Chels, absolute legends. And it's good fun, stoked.
Stoked to have you on the podium, mate. You deserve it.
Thanks, mate.
All right. Now, a man who's travelled the world, loves his leopard print pants, and honestly, in my heart, deserves today's win. Thomas Wrigley.
Hello. Thanks, mate.
All right, Tom, I'm going to get a few words from you. Tell me about today and as well the things you got planned coming up.
Yeah, man, today was sick. It was sick to have everyone out here. Everyone was shredding and throwing down some gnarly stuff, especially coming out of the younger blokes, which is insane. I'm just happy this course was running as well as it did. Shout out to the diggers. That was awesome, man. Yeah, just happy to be out here with everyone. Ready for a beer tonight.
I'm sure beers are on you after today's win. Let's give a round of applause to these guys. Oh! Guys, I've got to get you to stay there for a minute. All right, I'm going to hand it over to the judges because we have another award to give.
All right, guys. So this one is actually the voted rider of the weekend. So someone that we thought was a standout, and yeah, it's awesome. We've got a set of Mizuki forks here. So that rider for the weekend is Chase. You want to say anything?
Not really.
Say thanks, Mizuki and the AST.
Thanks, Marzocchi, for the fresh forks. Sick. And listen to Ben's podcast.
All right, I'm going to get all the riders over here. Just want to give a massive thank you to Kooralbyn for setting up the course, the AST for everything they've done today. And I'm going to hand it over to Nick to just give a bit of a wrap-up. Oh, and the judges. I don't want them to be bum-hurt.
No, we've got this. I want to thank Matt Holmes and the crew for an amazing job here. Yeah, Benny, Mike, and Luke for doing the judging. All these riders. This has been an amazing event. That's it for round 2 of the Australian Slopestyle Tour 2022. The final round is at Green Valleys Mountain Bike Park, Sunday, November the 20th, where the first official free ride mountain bike World Tour Australian National Champion will be announced. It's huge. You guys are amazing. I want to thank Ben and Riley at Fox Racing Australia, Tracy at Yakima, Australia, New Zealand, Matt and Emma at Crush Oz, Lachlan from Element Productions for doing the live stream, Oz Cycling for recognising the sport of slopestyle mountain biking, the FMB World Tour for sanctioning Australia's first national slopestyle series, Andrew and Vicky from On The Edge Events, and Kooralbyn Mountain Bike Park. That's a wrap. Thank you. See you all very soon. Legends. Oh, it's all about these guys.
Legends, you rock. Thank you.
Thanks, Nico. Legend. Yeah, Nico. Cheers, boys. Thanks, man. Thanks, dude. Cheers, Willie. Thanks for coming out. Benny. All right.
Well done, Wriggles.
Legend, man.